Hello, everyone, and welcome back to DSP versus the Internet, episode 58 for March 31st, 2024. This is now part 4 of 6, and we are now heading into the submissions tier. What this means is that people who are submissions level members of this channel submit 2 videos a week, and they go into a randomized playlist, and we just hit shuffle play. And so we're actually starting relatively near the end of the playlist this week. So I think what we'll do is watch just these videos in a row, and then when it ends, I think it's 5 videos, we'll just go back to the beginning of the playlist and watch from the beginning on until the show ends. All right. Please consider becoming a member. This helps the channel substantially, and I really appreciate everyone who does. All right, let's continue. This one, I mean, we kind of spoiled it with the title. Can you imagine a restaurant had 110 violations, health violations? Let's see how this goes. I can't imagine what they're going to say is wrong. Let's find out.
One restaurant, 110 violations. And on top of all of that, our cameras caught something disturbing on camera that even still exists in the kitchen now.
In tonight's Dirty Dining, Local 10 investigator Jeff Wines here tries to get some answers from an owner who doesn't want you to know what inspectors found recently.
Wow.
I don't know what this is. This is fish.
On the
On the floor.
We don't know if it was going to be cooked or used for sushi, but we do know it doesn't belong on a filthy, wet, greasy kitchen floor.
What the hell?
We are in the kitchen at China Buffet at 11379 Bird Road. Inspectors recently found 110 violations.
Let's read some of these. Evidence of employees smoking in a food preparation area. Fan cover in the walk-in has accumulation of dust. Floor area covered with standing water. Floor soiled. Floor is soiled. Accumulation of, I can't even read it. Floor tiles cracked, broken, in disrepair. Floor not constructed to be easily cleanable. Floor is not maintained smooth or durable. Grout is missing. Food. Something, dust, grease, soil, residue on exterior of oven. Let's just skip down now. Raw animal food stored above temperature. Shelf under the preparation table is soiled. Single-use containers. Probably says, like, not cleaned or something. Right? Those are just the basic violations. There's an intermediate page over here, and there's a high priority. Live small flying insects. Potentially hazardous temperatures. Raw animal foods not brought to proper cooking temperature in the walk-in cooler. So basically everything's wrong. Like they're not doing anything at all. Correct. Everything they're doing is wrong. Wow. Employee has not received adequate training. Encrusted materials on the can opener blade. So the can opener was never cleaned. They just use it on all the different cans and never wash the can opener. Oh my God. Lack of toilet tissue in the bathroom. There's no toilet paper in the bathroom. Interior of the refrigerator is soiled. We just keep going. I could read this for the rest of the stream. We wouldn't even get through it. Like, they literally did not. They opened this restaurant and just started making food and actually never stopped making food to do anything else. They've never, it does sound like they've not cleaned once. They didn't train anyone. They just had them just make some food. Wow. They don't even know to put toilet paper in the bathroom. So how are people wiping? They're putting their ass in the sink and spraying with the faucet? Okay.
Here, and we saw some of the issues still exist.
You have steak on the floor. Can you just take the steak off the floor?
That bin of raw meat was very close to that piece of fish we found on the floor. No one could tell us what was in this sink in the dishwashing area. There are 3 full pages of violation after violation. Roaches near a sink and a food prep table. Chicken, beef, pork, ham, dumplings, all out of temperature. The dish machine was not sanitizing. Food debris, encrusted materials, mold, grease was found on almost everything from ovens to the soda guns. There was evidence of an employee smoking in a food prep area.
Where's Gordon Ramsay? Right? I mean, kitchen nightmares. This would be like kitchen apocalypse, kitchen hell. Wow. And people eat there, right? Like, holy shit, dude.
Was an objectionable odor in the kitchen. That could be coming from this bathroom that was in the kitchen. It was full of standing water and reeked of sewage. What in the world is going on here? The owner doesn't want to talk about it.
No cameras.
No cameras what? First of all, don't touch. First of all, don't touch the camera.
Don't touch the camera.
Talk to my attorney.
Don't touch my camera. Don't touch my camera.
110 violations. It's the worst inspection we've seen in a long time. 110.
We show those entering to eat what was recently found inside.
I'm gonna find somewhere else to go.
You're gonna eat somewhere else.
Yeah.
I just bought from there and I returned it right now.
We are shocked the state allowed this place to reopen following an ordered cleanup
Why
and
would they?
reinspection, and we have passed our findings on to the Florida Department of Business and Professional Regulation. The good news, you now know what's going on behind the kitchen door.
Yeah, why in the holy hell did they allow them to reopen? If you get found that many violations, you're supposed to close and then ensure that they fix the problems. What happened there? What kind of a shitty ass system do they have in this state? I wonder what state this was in, because it didn't actually say, did it? No. I wonder what state this was that they allowed them to reopen and sell food without fixing a single problem. You can see they still had the same problems. Do you think it's Florida? It's in Florida? Oh, people looked it up. That's ridiculous. That's a huge liability. People could get sick and die from shit like that. They really could. Like, I'm not joking. You could get sick and die if you have contamination of food that bad. Wow. Okay. On to the next. No, wait a minute. No. I'm not getting fooled this time. I'm going to turn and it's going to say how to basic. It's fucking how to basic. I knew it. I'm not getting fooled. You guys got me like 4 times in the last year with this shit. This is not a serious video. As soon as I saw it was full 60 frames per second, I said, there's something off about this. Usually these videos, they don't film at this frame rate. You didn't get me this time. You got me a few times. You didn't get me this time. Okay? So this is going to be the comedy video. It's not for real. Well, at least it's a nice timely thing, right? It's a nice timely video for Easter Sunday. Here we go. They always do it on egg. They literally always do this on eggs. Okay, that's enough. I'm definitely not going to watch this guy cover his own fucking hairy body with chocolate. That's enough of that one for me. This is a year ago in the Philippines. Oh, was this Easter? Was Easter on my birthday last year? My birthday's April 6th. It says, oh, you guys can't see it. It says Reuters. Is it Reuters or I don't know how to say it. Pampanga, Philippines, April 6th, 2023. So in their celebration in the Philippines of Easter Sunday, they actually reenact what happened on Good Friday. Wait, that's weird. Why are they reenacting what happened on Good Friday on Easter Sunday? Why wouldn't they reenact it on Good Friday? Because Christ was crucified on Good Friday, and then he rose on Easter Sunday, correct? Well, am I misremembering? Now I'm really misremembering. Because it was supposed to be 3 days, and then he rose. So technically that was Thursday, because Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Or either that or I can't count or I've forgotten completely. Anyway, so I guess they're going to reenact it. Okay. Catholic devotees reenacted the crucifixion of Jesus Christ as penance over Holy Week. Oh, God. Ugh. Ruben Inahe was fastened to a cross with nails hammered through his hands and feet. Not for real, though. Others were simply tied to the crosses with ropes.
Masaya ako, no? Dahil lumipas na naman ng isang taon na walang nangyari sa aking mga pamilya. Dahil lagi natin pinagdadasal pag tayo nakapasok.
It is for real? What?
Because this is
Oh my God!
vow.
He really? Oh, come on. He really let himself get nailed? What is going on? Why? That's a little extreme, no? Like I remember there was this thing that they used to do called the Stations of the Cross. And what it was I forget how many there are, but it's basically like the story of Christ being arrested, by the government, tortured, crucified, murdered, and all of that. Like, it's the story of that station by station. And sometimes even in my church when I was growing up, people would reenact it, and they would go around the church, and each station they would act or change their clothing, and like one person was Jesus, one person would be the Roman soldier, but no one got hurt. Like, no one was actually stabbed, no one was actually impaled with nails. I don't know why they went to that extreme. I'm lost on this one. Like, the whole point of the story is that it's the Son of God showing that he would go to the absolute extreme and sacrifice himself to make up for the sins of man, to show how much he loves humanity. So I don't know why they would have gotten to the point where they're nailing themselves. Like, I could understand a reenactment where you're showing this is what it would have been like, not doing the physical harm, right? But I don't understand the physical harm portion. That is beyond my understanding of what I was taught when we were growing up in church and everything. Like, we actually would have been taught that level is bad. Like, it's okay to relive the story of Christ to understand what happened through religious teachings or even a reenactment, but you can't do the violence part. So I don't know why they went that far. That's pretty crazy to me. Like, holy crap.
God.
And it was allowed in the Philippines. They just allowed it. It's fine.
Yes, until I can, until my body's in good condition, I do it.
Oh my God. Local government says these rituals have been practiced for nearly 70 years, so it's just tradition. They do it just on the case of tradition, right? Well, hold on, guys. 1 second. Sorry, I had to interrupt the stream to do this. Dumb troll. I just got to take care of it, okay? Okay. And there we go. All done. Sorry, we didn't have any active mods here today, so I had to take care of that. All done. All right. They were banned during the COVID-19 pandemic, but now they started again. Oh my God.
We have to be mindful and respectful of the local heritage that we have, especially in Barangay San Pedro Cutud. They've been doing it since 1955.
I mean, others perform self-flagellations to commemorate the Passion of Christ. Of course, that's not real. You can see that's not real. They walk barefoot for hours under sweltering heat. No, it's real, apparently. It's real. They're actually self-flagellating their backs.
Panata po ito namin sa mahal na araw para po mas lalong tumibay yung pananalangin namin para sa Diyos tsaka para sa mga kasalanan na rin. Pagsisisi sa mga kasalanan. If
anything, watching this is fascinating because what this shows you is that even within the same religion of Christianity, they don't agree. People don't agree on how to celebrate the religion. Some parts of Christianity would look at this and say, this is absolutely blasphemous. It's ridiculous, over the top, taken way too strongly. and they would actually like denounce this. You know what I'm saying? Yet in their culture, this is normal. This is fine. This is what they do. I don't get it. I don't understand how one religion has become so diversified across the globe that even the people in the religion just completely disagree with each other on how to actually, practice that religion. It's wild. Well, yikes. That's enough of that for me. That's enough violence. Hopefully there's no more stuff like that to this week. Sheesh. But if anything, though, I just want to make it clear that was fine. That was very timely. That was to the subject matter. It made sense to watch that today. And it's fine as we were watching it in an observing way, right? I'm not agreeing with that practice whatsoever or what they did. That was fine. I don't want people to think, oh, was that too much for the show? No, that wasn't. We want to know what's going on in the world. Do we not? Okay. White people slang words ranked. Okay.
Person slang to exist. And today we're going to be ranking them from S to F tier. And there's no way you haven't heard these in your life. And me personally, growing up in a white household, it was just bound to happen. I'm bound to hear these Johns like every day. But yeah, let's get into the tier list. Shout out Ninye for the idea. And we'll start off with, get a load of this guy. You already know if someone says this to you, they're not with you. Or whatever statement you're saying is a bunch of malarkey. Or you're doing something that's like shocking or controversial in their eyes. So they'll just...
Have I ever said, get a load of this guy? Maybe. But I don't think that's a common thing that I say, right? I'm curious how many of these will be things that I actually use in my dialect, my daily dialect, because, I maybe grew up in a certain culture or a certain group, right? So let's see. I don't think I say it that much. Maybe a few times, but I don't recall saying this one a lot. Okay?
Say to make fun of you. It's not really a good roast, to be honest. You're just pointing out that someone's being stupid. So we're gonna have to give this one a D tier to start off. It just sounds like a cornball old man thing to say. Next up, we got, you're on thin ice, pal. When someone says this,
now it's funny because I have an emote of this one, but actually I don't think this is one that I say. This is one that people in the chat say from when like someone's misbehaving and I'll talk to them and people are like, oh, he's on thin ice. And so we made it into a meme. And a emote. But do I say that? I don't even think I really even say it until you guys say it or use the emote, and then I'll read it. But I don't think that that's one that I say that much, do I? I don't recall saying thin ice that often. Yeah. Sometimes that's what happens. Memes happen, but it's not because of me or the content. It's because it just naturally kind of occur, which is fine. So, okay.
You know it's over, bro. You better pack your bags. Okay, no, but seriously, if you hear someone say, you're on thin ice, buddy, or whatever, are you even gonna take them serious? I wouldn't, to be honest. Like, what do you want me to do? Do a cartoon gulp? Like, oh no, I'm on thin ice. Okay? We're not in a cartoon. It's like the last straw type of thing. They're kind of just saying that it's the last straw, alright, and you're done. But thin ice, C tier. It's not really that threatening. It just sounds goofy and corny. I don't know. Then we got Newsflash Buddy. If you get hit with this, you already know you're about to be proven wrong.
The Newsflash Buddy. I feel like I've said Newsflash before. That does feel like one more familiar to me. I don't know how often I use it. So far, none of these are things that I commonly use all the time.
To lose the argument. Someone pulls up with the, well, newsflash, buddy. No, you're done for. You might as well wrap up what you're about to say because you're already about to be proven wrong. You're about to lose the argument. If you get hit with the newsflash, buddy, you just know that there's beef. That they took it personally. S tier. Next we got with you and what army. Basically saying you're not strong enough to do something or the task that you're about to do.
That one too. I don't think you and what army. I don't think I say that one that much. These sound more like old-fashioned sayings than things that you would commonly use in your dialect all the time. I don't know. Are these like Ned Flanders sayings from The Simpsons or something? You know what I mean? Like, you and what army? I don't know if I would ever use that one. Have I ever said that?
You and what army to you? Just cut them off because they don't believe in you unless the task is physically impossible. Oh yeah, Dad, I wanted to start a YouTube channel, maybe make some bread. This could be my full-time job, Dad. Like this would be awesome.
Oh yeah? With you and what army?
Peter Griffin.
Dad, what? They'll say this stuff right in front of people too. They'll straight up diss you to look funny in front of the whole table, in front of the whole family function. If Dad pulls out this one on you, you already know it's about to get disrespectful. S tier. Hold your horses. I'm not rocking with this one.
All right, this one, I think I did. I say this one. Hold your horses. I think I say this a lot, don't I not? This sounds like something I would say all the time. Hold your horses. I feel like I've said this. What do you guys think? Again, you would know better than me. Do I say hold your horses a lot? That one I think I say quite a bit. And I don't even know the first time I ever heard it. I don't necessarily know if that's one that I heard because I'm white. That might have been one that like I heard on TV or something ages ago. Like even in like cartoons, like Looney Tunes uses that, right? And maybe that's how I learned it. Some people say not really, and others say sometimes. So I guess that's a maybe. All right.
What they're doing to listen to you. Like, you'll just sound like an idiot if you're over there like, hey, hold your horses. Just say, wait a minute, bro. Like, no one is gonna take you seriously if you say this one. Like, I don't even know how this one came into existence. Are you just on a farm and then all the horses just ran loose? And then you had to tell the other farmer whose horses went loose to hold your horses? Like, I don't know.
No, that's easy to figure out. Because back then, the major mode of transportation was horse riding. So if people are taking off right away to leave, you say, whoa, we're not ready. Hold your horses. Don't jump on the horse and ride away. Hold the horse. Get it? That makes sense. I understand how that one came about. I just don't know how often it's used. Okay.
Next up, we got no more Mr. Nice Guy. Are we serious? This is equivalent to saying the beast is coming inside me.
Oh my God.
Serious, dude? No more Mr. Nice Guy. How can you even say this with a straight face? You're as soft as Drake if you're out here saying
oh.
I think this saying is just completely abolished from
wow,
society.
he insulted
like,
Drake.
He's unironically saying this. This one, it's just so laughable how trash it is. If you're like tormenting some dude or like annoying him and he says, no more Mr. Nice Guy, you're gonna continue to torment him. You know, you're gonna torment him even more. You sound like you're going through your Joker arc, but in reality, you're really soft. G tier. That shit's not even
G tier.
Now, this next one is pretty similar to no more Mr. Nice Guy. We got why I oughta. You're not in a cartoon. Old man
that is a
Jenkins
cartoon
will
saying.
usually
I've never
bust
heard
out
anyone
the
actually
slang
say that.
If someone steps on his property, if someone just like steps 1 inch on his property, he's gonna bring out this slang.
Hey, get the fuck off my property, will you, two bums? Why I oughta?
And usually when he says, why I oughta, we gotta have the fist swing in the air. Just jittery fist in the air. Like, why wouldn't this wouldn't be iconic without that? This one is so funny, so B tier. That's rich coming from you. When someone's being a hypocrite, people
yeah,
will
I
bring
actually,
out this
that I don't know what this one actually means. What is the core meaning? That's rich coming from you. I understand how you use it. It means you're basically being a hypocrite of something you're saying or doing. But I don't know where this one originated, nor does it seem to make sense in the dialect. Let's see if he can explain it.
saying right here. This one is another saying to look very sophisticated. People say this one to sound very sophisticated and high IQ, and they just really want to point out someone's hypocrisy so bad when it's really not that deep, to be honest.
Well, actually, this is very rich coming from you, the duck.
Like, honestly, when someone unironically says this, I just laugh. I mean, someone IRL, maybe, they have a point. They have a point. But if you're on the internet saying this one in a comment section, you barely know me. Why are you even saying this? Or you barely know any person on the internet. We're gonna give this one a C tier.
Yeah, I don't know.
People on the internet just say
so he doesn't know either. I wonder, I have no idea where the origins of that one is. It means it's a lot coming from someone else. So when you say rich, you mean like full, like when you say rich flavor, when you say something is rich in flavor. So is that what you're saying? That's rich coming from you? But how does that mean hypocritical? Because that's what it means. It means that's hypocritical coming from you. I don't know. Okay.
Sound smart. This is like their top ammunition in an argument. Next we got, I'm just gonna sneak right past ya. Now I saw this one on Instagram Reels. Have you not had a teacher say this to you? I just saw a picture of a teacher in a yearbook and the face just screamed, I'm just gonna sneak right past you. But you know what? Screw it. We'll give it an A tier. Let's cut to
I don't know if I've ever heard that one ever. I'm just gonna sneak right past you. The only time I've ever heard that used is like if you're in like a movie theater and you're sitting there and someone's trying to get, pass you by to get a seat down there or something. Like, that's not a common phrase I've ever heard used ever in my life. So I don't know how that's even considered slang.
the chase. You already know they're on their
Let's
shit.
cut to
They're
the
saying this
chase.
one. They're not trying to mess around, bro. They're locked in. Like, they're very efficient with their time, bro. Like, they're not trying to waste any time. So, you know what? We'll give it a B tier. See you later, alligator.
No one
Please
actually
just
says
never
that.
Say this. Please don't say
I've
this. Like,
never
I
heard
don't think
anyone say
says
"see you later,
this on
alligator" in my
anime
life.
anymore.
Not
Hey, bro,
once.
What do you think? You're about to be signed to a record label for rhyming? Like, later an alligator rhyme. Like, bro, get this man in the studio. Whoever made this, get bro in a studio. He just spit some bars. But seriously, who says this? F tier.
I've never
Like,
heard
we
it
want
once.
People say like, oh wow, that was some crazy wordplay. Nobody is saying that, bro. Trust me. If you bring this one out, everyone's just gonna think you're a cornball. Next, we got I don't give a rat's ass. All right.
Okay, I've definitely said. I've heard tons of people say this one. I don't give a rat's ass. I don't know what that means. Who cares about a rat's ass?
On this list. Rat's ass is crazy because you know they don't care. You already know they don't give a singular shit about what you said. This one's heat, bro. S tier.
S tier.
Buster / knock it off Buster. If you call someone Buster, no one's gonna listen to you. You just sound like a nervous cornball.
Buster.
Knock it off, Buster. Well.
People are just gonna laugh in your face with this one. This one is not effective at all. I'd suggest not going with this one if you're gonna try and get people to listen to you. Maybe "You're on Thin Ice, Pal" would be more effective. But this one's going in F tier. But this one might take the cake as the most effective.
Uh-oh.
I've had it up to here with you. Banger. Banger. You even
A
get
banger.
in the slang. Like, your hand movement is a part of the slang. How creative is that? That's just awesome. This one is just corny but funny at the same time. It's like ironically funny. But you know, you already know someone is mad. All right, there's about to be.
I don't think I've ever had you said that one either. Most of these I haven't used. Most of these I actually have never used. Only a few. Like Hold Your Horses and I Don't Give a Rat's Ass are probably the two that I use the most, right? Yeah.
It's beef. Bro's about to swing at you. It's about to turn into an MMA fight. It's probably over if you hear this one. S tier. Then we got You're a Piece of Work. I genuinely don't understand what this one means. But I remember being in 7th grade and my French teacher would always say to like students who weren't really pay attention or really get any answers right in French, she would be like, ay, ay, ay. You're a piece of work. I almost laughed because it was so funny. I just didn't understand it. I guess, I don't know, it means like they're a project. It's gonna take them.
Yeah, I think that's what it means. It means like you're not easy to work with. You're basically very difficult to work with. You know, you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing or something like that. I think. Anyway. All right, so I think this is a good place to split the part here. I don't think that we need to watch any more of this video, and we're at that time. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you're enjoying DSP versus the internet for this week, and good variety of stuff. We have one more video that's actually, it's religious in nature. Then we're going to reset the playlist and go back to the beginning and watch the ones that were submitted at the beginning. So thanks for being a good audience. I'll see you in the next part.